Hey, this is Bishop TK, and it is time for our weekly podcast. Listen, I am so excited about this podcast because it gives me a whole different platform of liberty and freedom to express my life experiences with you all. So last week we talked about get out your feelings, huh? Yes, get out your feelings, honey. And so I love that podcast because so many times people have told us that our feelings were negative behaviors when actually they are our guards, our protectors, and our true expressions. So go back and listen to last week's podcast. This week we're going to talk about why did I settle? My goodness, when I think about that, it brings me chills because I know that I settled in so many different areas of my life, and I just did not go for the gusto or reach that final goal. And I sat down today and I wrote down some things of why my behaviors may have been curtailed to lesser than what I initially began to pursue. So I'm going to share some of these comments that I heard from people around me, close people, whether it be family or friends. And I want to see if maybe you heard something very similar. I heard this. You're going to deal with something from somebody, so you might as well just put up with him. Oh. Nobody's perfect. No situation is going to be perfect, Tanya. So quit looking for that perfect thing. And I realized I wasn't looking for the perfect thing. I was just looking for the perfect fit. But because I heard that comment, I started saying to myself, well, maybe I'll just deal with they bullcrap because what I want is not out there. And they began to make me think I was chasing a unicorn. I heard this, girl, that's not realistic. I said, ooh, I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. And have you ever told your story to somebody that just popped the air out of your balloon and just let it sizz out? You're like, man, I should have never told you how I was feeling. Or have you ever heard this? What are you going to do when you get it? So in pursuit of my degree, the comment was made, okay, so what you going to do when you get that piece of paper? Ooh, that was so negative. Or, child, that ain't nothing but another bill. I said, ooh, I want an SUV. They said, girl, that ain't nothing but another bill. Blessings ain't bills. That's not no blessing. That's a bill. And they begin to talk you out of things. Or they'll say to you, girl, you're doing too much. You're doing way too much. Or, here go my grandmother's favorite one. Who gonna help you? Tiny Lynn, when you make plans, don't put me in it. Or here we go. Maybe I settled because I was afraid of what people were going to say if I continued to pursue this unicorn. So this podcast is to make you think and reflect. Where did I settle? Why did I settle? What made me settle? What did I look at in life where I said, oh, I'm going to stop chasing it because it's never going to happen to me? Did I allow the comments of what people had to say around me stop me from pursuing the great things or the greater things that I wanted in life? Girl, just stay in the apartment. When you move into a house, you got to take care of the lawn. You got to, anything break down, you got to pay for it. And so they make you move away from ownership. You know, have you ever heard things like that? Or, girl, you too old to go back to school. You've been out of school for 20 years. Why would you do that to yourself? Girl, get off that. Girl, you ain't got to be on no diet. Go on, eat that piece of cake. It's like, whatever goals you're setting, where is the audience or where are the cheerleaders that will push you across that goal? And why did I settle? I must say part of it was just fear. Like maybe what I'm chasing is not real. Maybe what I'm going after is not real. But then this scripture popped up in my spirit. 1 John 4:4. When just the first 4 words, did you hear the excitement came in my voice? Just the first 4 words of this scripture sends me into an oblivion. It sends me into a totally different realm of faith. Just the first 4 words. Listen to what the first 4 words of this scripture, 1 John 4:4 says. It says, ye are of God. What? Ye are of God. What? So the beginning of this scripture, the part A of this scripture tells me that I come from God, that I was carved out, created, made, manifested, formed by God, that I am not just formed by him, but I am him. You are of God. Listen to the rest of this scripture. It says, little children, and have overcome them. Who is the them in your life? Who are the people that told you no, or told you to stop, or told you were doing too much, or your dreams were not realistic? He says, you have overcome them because greater, come on, is he that is in you than he that is in the world. My mindset is different because I come from God. My thoughts are higher because I think I live in a space without a ceiling or limits. So sometimes you have to get by yourself to pursue your dreams, because you would run into naysayers that will tell you that's not realistic. Girl, why would you go back to school at 40? Why would you do that to yourself? Girl, go on, marry that boy. You ain't going to find nobody better than that. And they say things like this because they have the mindset of the world. Your thoughts are higher because you believe God called you to greater. So today I give you permission to take off all of the shackles. Take that scripture, lock it in your heart, turn the key, and throw that key away, because that scripture is going to remain in your heart. That 1, I am of God. 2, that I have overcome them. And then he tells me why I've overcome them. Because greater is he that's in me. So when you get ready to do that outlandish thing that you've been dreaming of, thinking of, pondering about, writing about, envisioning yourself doing, do it.